welcome to Animes, another weekly roundup of AmiAmi figure releases. This will be from the 11th of March to the 16th of March, if I remember correctly. Yep, 11th of March to the 16th of March. So we'll be looking at the scale figures in this video. Quite a lot of figures, as you can see from the number of tabs I've got going up here, including pop-up parades, and there's a couple of surprise figures actually that I didn't expect to see AmiAmi listing in their normal section. You'll see those as we get to those. They're nearer to the end of the video. So we'll start getting into that straight away. Evangelion Grimlock Plus 1/8 scale Resident Cast Assembly Kit, 13,200 yen. These ones I think you have to assemble yourself. I don't know if they're painted. I think they are painted already, and so this is like a which is quite good. It might be a way of them, doing figures without having to do the assembly and packaging. It might be easier to ship them actually in bits. So we might see there's a couple of other figures that are coming up that also are in disassembled, and then when you receive them, you actually have to build them. So we've got Asuka as well, mold gold white, color white, and there's two different like skin tones it seems like that you can get depending on the figure itself. When we've got Ray as well in her normal white suit, so it looks like these are sort of they look quite good. They're sort of like cat style in their normal EVA suits as well that they've got going on here. So it looks pretty good overall. So that's Asuka. You've got Ray as well, and you've got Mari as well. With Mari's one, I did see there's this light beige, so I think you can have two different color of like skin tones with them. Images look identical on the product lines, so that might be a bit something to keep an eye out for, just to see if there is something that's a bit different. It does state down here that these are sort of painted samples and stuff, so they might have just used the same images on them on both listings on AmiAmi. But yeah, they're all expected for June 2023. They're all soon to be identical. Yep, 13,200 yen. It's about $88 currently. June 2024. Pretty good overall, I think. If you are looking for more Evangelion merch, then these are pretty good to have. Nyoji Sister Oku illustration by Bayer for 1/6 scale by manufacturer Model Way, 8,470 yen. It looks like we're seeing a lot more of these sort of cheaper manufacturers coming out with 1/6 scale figures, which is pretty good for people who obviously are on a tighter budget, especially with the economy and the world prices going up on everything these days. April 2025 release, so over a year, so 13 months. This figure looks interesting, pretty good overall design. Seems like obviously very alluring, very large in the chest area. Possibly worth getting if you like this, cowl style non-aesthetic going on. I guess you could say that's going on here. And 1/6 overall paint looks fine. I think for the price is pretty good actually overall. K-Deco illustration, Miyuki Saki. Summer Cloud Bikini version for 18,990 yen by Union Creative. October 2024. It's another swimsuit one. Very simple design base. They're all doing these sort of beaches on the bases to make them a bit more not just bog standard. She looks fine. Nothing overly great about it. 18,900 yen is very expensive, I think, for this. I hope they can be a bit more creative with the at least poses and accessories they give in with that they provide with these designs in the future from Union Creative. It's a bit lackluster, unfortunately. Pirate Parade, Hololive Productions Usada Pakura by Max Factory for 5,060 yen. A bit on the expensive side for a pop parade, but I think the shading in the hair looks really good as well for this one. And the overall design, I think, kind of warrants a bit more. Is a bit more elaborate than sort of standard other pop parade lineups where they do take the sort of standard outfit from the anime of other characters and then just produce it. This is obviously Hololive, so there's a bit more detail going on in these and accessories to make them, in line with what the VTuber at least has represented in their live streams. Then we've also got Hashu Marine as well for 4,780 yen. coming out in August 2024. This one looks pretty good. There's a couple of scale figures of her already, so if you can't afford a scale figure, you've got a Pop Parade at least coming out. Definitely worth getting a hold of if you are a fan of this. I do like this overall design. You know, there's captain-esque naval attire with this whole live character, but not enough. I don't watch Hollow Live, so I've not really wanted to get the scale figures. Although the scale figures are very nice, so I would personally recommend saving them and get the scale figures if you really like this character. Pop Parade Delicious and Dungeon Fallon, 4,170 yen. It's a character from the currently airing season. Looks fine. Nothing amazing about it. I've not seen the anime yet. I should be watching it nearer to the end of the season. But I probably wait till the actual season finishes and then I basically catch up from the. So in the next season, I will rewatch the majority of stuff in the previous season. Looks fine overall. Rascal Does Not Dream of Bunny Girl Senpai, Sakurajima by Fring for 29,700 yen. This is a re-release, I'm pretty sure. She's already was released before quite a while ago. So if you missed out and you didn't want to pay the aftermarket prices, this is a lot better. Obviously, September 2024, and she's actually a good price, 29,700 yen. Yes, she's in the bog standard bunny outfit, but I think a lot of people know that she's the one that started the whole bunny suit craze, which Freeing have founded their entire product line on. So yeah, as soon as the anime aired, bunny suit search results obviously skyrocketed. So a lot of people got into bunny suits because of her, which is why I've got a buy queue of her currently. Whether I'll get the court scale, don't know. I might wait to see how this turns out at final on release, should I say. It might go down a bit cheaper. I don't know. I've got a lot of other court scales coming out in the rest of the year. Almost every month I've got a court scale really from June onwards, I think. So I'm going to run out of shelf space really with the amount of court scales coming out. So this one I might have to give a miss. Anime Bochi the Rock, Ni GK Ichiki for 1/7 by Good Smile, 15,800 yen. This one, Jan 2025. I don't know, this was a bit too simple for the price. Not enough shading. Hair's obviously just a standard sort of very little in highlights on the blonde. Good Smile, I think, kind of dropped the ball on this one. Maybe your hair's supposed to be really vibrant, so it's all just very flat in terms of definition. Don't know. That's that. I don't think it's really worth 15,000, 16,000 yen really. Dig Star Like a Dragon, Kazuma Kiryu by Dig for 8,980 yen. Very good sculpt work on the muscles. You can see looks like there's a mold line on the arm, unfortunately, so I presume the arms are detachable for whatever reason that is. That's kind of off-putting. Apart from the mold line, the joints where the arms get inserted here, the muscle definition looks great. The paintwork, the paint job looks really well done on his trousers, and obviously the tattoo on his back looks excellent. So I think for the price is really good, well done. And if you really do like a Dragon, which is a really good game, definitely worth playing, then you can at least get a figure of him. Obviously this is non-scale, so this is approximately 17.5 centimeters. It's about 1/7 or a little bit less than 1/7 in height for Kazuma. Apart from apart from these arm joints, that's the only thing I'm worried about. Boken Shoujo Guild Autonomous Doll Bamaru illustration by Kanko, 1/6. Produced by Nocturniverse for 23,160 yen. This is a sort of posable 1/6, it looks like. So she's got joints in her legs, hips, knees, hips, and arms and elbows. So you can move her around a bit and have her in the different positions. This seems to be the default one that they've come up with for it. Overall design, I like the overall outfit. It looks amazing. I wish they just did like a fixed scale. Well, I don't know if this is posable actually, because this might just be. That might just be with it being an autonomous doll design. So actually, it probably isn't, because you don't see her in other So actually, that makes more sense to me then that the mold lines are to do with the actual concept of the character. But yeah, this is actually a really nice looking figure. I really do like it a lot. Overall design, outfit looks great. All the accessories look perfect. I think this is definitely one to worth keeping an eye on October 2024, especially if you do like OC designs. Then definitely worth getting a hold of. This looks like very good lineup coming out. B-Style, Azure Lane, Chitose Summer Shine, 1/4 scale by Union Creative. There'll obviously be an Azure Lane. There's pretty much one Azure Lane release every bloody month these days, every week, for 33,000 yen, September 2024. Very good looking figure, I think, overall. I do like the design. She's obviously well endowed in the chest area. Hair shading looks great. The hat looks perfectly fine, paintwork. And I think the see-throughness they've got with the towel actually is done very well as well in this. It's very simple, obviously, overall, but you are paying for a 1/4 scale figure. So that's just something to keep an eye at, that you're paying a lot more because she's a much larger character. Tulaveru, Darkness, Risa Momika, 1/6 by Union Creative for 19,200 yen. Quite a few Union creatives this week. I think this is very similar to other ones. It seems like there's been a lot of Darkness ones where they take the same pose and outfit and then just change the character from the Tulaveru anime. Basically, that's it. So this is just another one of those, in another notch in the belt for Tulaveru franchise in the Darkness outfit and pose. We've got Puppet Parade, Guts Berserk, L size for 8,180 yen. This is a re-release because I've got him in my shelf over there. Definitely worth getting, really. Design looks really good. The shading looks amazing. I do like the L size definitely a lot more. You do get a lot more definition out of it, the figure. So yeah, definitely get a hold of this if you've missed on the first one from a couple of years, about 2 years ago. August 2024, worth the money easily. Definitely, if you have seen Berserk and you really do like the Berserk lineup, then get this, because there was a scale figure that they released, can't remember who, it was a few weeks ago, covered it, where he's got like this cloth cape. I don't really like that. I like this molded cape that they've got going on here, is really well done. So definitely worth getting and having him in your collection. Blue Archive, Mew, Observation of a Timid Person, 1/7 by Elegant for 23,400 yen. Not played Blue Archive. Overall design looks pretty good. Coming out of this chest is a bit more unique. No, not on a circle base or anything like that, so it makes it a bit more interesting for display purposes. Paint job looks perfectly fine. Yeah, no, it looks good overall. I think the price might be a little bit high. And I think Elegant have done a few other Blue Archive figures, so you might want to have a look at those on MFC and see customer feedback of people getting those in their hands. And that's normally something I recommend, is if it's a manufacturer that's not Good Smile, Alter, Freeing, Union Creative, or a couple of other ones, Kotobukiya, Katakawa, then though if it's not from those one manufacturers, then I would look at if from a small manufacturer, then look at MFC, their past figures, especially if they're in the same lineup like Blue Archive and same IP. Naughty Policewoman illustration by Chell77, 1/6 by Hobby Sakura for 21,240 yen. Hobby Sakura, they've done a couple of other these OC figure designs which are a bit more risky, I guess you could say. This one, I do like this design overall. She can handcuff me any day of the week, really. I do like the concept. Very good design. I like the paint job on this one. Looks really well done. And I think for the price is pretty good as well for 1/6. So definitely worth possibly getting if you like this this character for December 2024 release. So you got a while to at least save up to pay for her. Natsumi Eri, 1/7 by Fuyu. So Fuyu is another one that's a main manufacturer. 27,500 yen. December 2024. This one I'm not familiar with. I was a VTuber, so yeah, I'm not into the VTuber space. Overall, looks really well done. I do like the overall design in this. She's sitting on a looks like a Wacom stylus tablet pen for doing artworks. So very good looking design. I do like it a lot. The colors look really well done, and I think the price is quite high though. So for it, Furu do this a lot, unfortunately, where they do price them a bit higher than they probably should be to see, just to secure, I guess, some sort of more money up front on site on release, I guess. But track record with Furu is that a lot of them do get quite heavily discounted afterwards, shortly after they are released. So maybe hold off this one. Goddess of Victoria, Nikkei Shifty, 1/7 by Heartsum for 22,400 yen. Never heard of this manufacturer. Design looks pretty simple with this one. Not a lot going on. I think maybe a bit too much price wise, unless all this accessory stuff comes with it, but it looks like it's just a figure and they're not showing her with the background by herself. So I actually, what does it include? Base and main figure, yeah. So all of this backgrounds, the desk and the chair and stuff, you're not getting. So possibly not worth getting really, this figure. Not for that price. It's a very simple pose and overall design. The paintwork looks perfectly fine, and it is a 1/7, but I've never heard this manufacturer, so maybe wait for this one to be released. Goddess of Victory, Nikkei Maria, 1/4 scale by Freeing, 44,000 yen. New normal, unfortunately, these days for Freeing figures. 44,000 yen for the sort of upper end figures. Overall, looks really good. It's their standard outfit, I think, from the game of this character. Hair shading looks really well done, actually, from Freeing's perspective. Yeah, no, it looks really good. It's just they seem like they put a bit more effort with it not being a bunny suit. They can actually looks like live up to having extra detail in it. I just wish that Freeing with the bunny bee style they would actually do more with the bunny suits and give you more accessories, rather than just having them in simple poses and being very alluring and then killing your wallet. Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid, Kamari Cheerful Seaside Swimsuit version. It's two colorings of this one. This is a 1/6. Sorry, this one is the standard version, and then there's a at-home version. Both seems to be the same price. Oh no, so that home one is more expensive. Okay, so the at-home one is different base with a water bucket. Okay, that's fair enough. But it looks like they're using the same molds. Yeah, so they're both Kana. So yeah, I think they're using the exact same molds on this, just different coloring, different base, which does bring down the cost, I suppose, for Kaitendo to for manufacturing, I suppose, which will help them out a bit. Both look pretty good. Depends on how big of a fan you are. You might get both. They look pretty good overall as well, I think. And then 1/6, so they're a bit larger. Obviously, with her being a shorter character and overall being a 1/6 definitely helps, at least for catching her eye on your display shelf. Binding. This is what I wasn't expecting to find a binding figure on the front page of AmiAmi in the normal listings. Sorry, runny nose. This is the first time I've seen binding actually just show up in the normal listing. Normally they're in the age restricted section, or they're in the pre-owned. So you can find a lot of binding figures in pre-owned, but for a new release of this, January 2025, core scale of this character, it is an OC character. Binding, I think, are always OC characters, basically. Yes, yeah, binding all exclusive OC. But this one that I do like the design of, is an elf in a bunny suit. And is cast off, so I'm not going to keep going down. And you can remove the lower part of the area as well and get visual confirmation of the nether region. So very good looking figure. Yeah, again, I was really surprised. Hopefully we see more binding showing up on AmiAmi, because I do shop mainly on AmiAmi when I have to get my sort of 18 plus figures. I normally go to Ninin for those, which I will have a video coming up of the one native figure I've got. I've had it for a few months, but I do need to do a video on it, so that'll be coming out next week. But yeah, 38,500 yen, which, considering it's a quarter scale by binding, and it's just obviously with it being cast off, it's cheaper than it's in the same ballpark as what freeing offer, and freeing's less. It's just standard. This is at least you're getting a lot more for I think for your money with binding, and I'm really glad binding are on AmiAmi now. So good, thumbs up. I do have to do a video actually on the age restrictions section because there's some stuff that showed up on there that might show up later in the week. I don't know. But yeah, no, very good, positive. Really thumbs up. Definitely looking forward to more binding creations figures showing up on AmiAmi. So hopefully there's some sort of change in the legislation or something that AmiAmi are able to show them, or at least they're not risky enough to be put in the age restricted section. Or maybe they've moved them to here to try and like boost sales, right? Because a lot of people don't check the age restriction section. But very good. Neon Genesis Evangelion Type 02 plastic model by Kotobukiya, 6,430 yen. Again, I covered Type 00 last week by Kotobukiya. So again, for the price, like auto buy, I think for a lot of people, if they're massive Evangelion fans and you want to get these. And yes, you get all the cloak, rocket launcher. You get a lot of extra bits. This is, I think, a lot of people really want to get hold of. Non-scale, 19 centimeters in height. So 19 centimeters. Let's get tape measure. So pretty short, really, for what you're getting. Sort of, the same height as a like a bottle that you might have. So pretty small, but I think a lot of people, considering you can have this in different poses and whatnot, is definitely worth getting a hold of. And the overall colouring and whatnot they've got going on here is really well done. I think a lot of people will really like these. I'm really glad they're doing these rather than you having to get huge kits, which are then insanely expensive because of the amount of plastic they have to use on those. This one threw me off. Hadakawa no Osama illustration by Houyu Chaonon. Manufacturer TU, 4,950 yen. It's an invisible girl in a school outfit. Okay. In a pose where they can join the leggings and the skirt and then the out top as well together for it to make sense. I don't know who would actually be buying this. It's just interesting, weird. So this is just, I don't know. I don't think many people will be getting this, really. League of Legends KDA Evelyn 1/7 by Apex for 18,350 yen. They're finally, I think this is the third out of the KDA lineup. So there's two of them have already been released. So this is the third one. So they got one more to go, I think. I think there's four. The price it's Apex. Even the first one that was released, a year and a half ago, I think now, 2 years ago, which I did have pre-ordered, but then I was like, no, can't afford it because it was just a RAM-packed month. And that one was the Fox Girl, I think, which I really did want. But then, and even now, I think you can get her. I'll put a listing, like I'll put a screenshot here showing if she is still available from AmiAmi. And I think the price almost never comes down with these, unfortunately. So if you want them, buy them, but they'll probably still be available after launch because I think the first one's still available to purchase. Maki Surajini illustration by Pop QN 1/6 by Otherware for 22,000 yen. It's a schoolgirl, which you can take the clothes off. She's in her underwear, which is good and good. Well, fine for certain people, that you might not want it to be fully cast off. But yeah, and looks fine overall. I think the only problem is when you do have her outfit off, you can see there's the arm joint here, where she's got like a arm strap, it looks like. Apart from that, looks fine. I suppose the price might be a bit on the higher side, but it's got removable clothing on it, so that you have to take that into account with the price. Rage of Bahamut Fort the Devoted 1/8 by Kotobukiya for 16,630 yen. This one I think is worth the price. It's Kotobukiya, so it's going to be good quality, and you can just tell they've put a lot of effort into it. The black and white looks great. The hair design, look at the sculpt work is really well done, and the shading they got going to the tips is really well done. And just the armor, intricate detail. Yes, it is 1/8, but even though it's 1/8, it's a very well designed character. Definitely worth getting a hold of. I don't think I've watched Rage of Bahamut. I really should watch it really, because I think that series is got really good action scenes, if I remember correctly, and really good designs. But yeah, no, this looks really good, and it's for a good price as well, so definitely worth getting, I think. Pop-Up Parade, Hololive Productions, Sakura Maiko, 5,100 yen. Looks cute, I think, overall. Not too bad. Yeah, it is Pop-Up Parade, though, so you are getting what you're paid for. Fate Grand Order Lancer, Melanice, Second Ascension, 1/7 by Q's Q, for 22,250 yen. It's a Fate Grand Order figure, so that will sell a lot. A lot of people will be buying this one. The design looks pretty good overall, and the gold looks really well done. I wish they had painted the design works on these bits of the weapons and on her tights, but I think maybe they're not like that in the game. So apart from that, I think looks really good overall. I just kind of want a bit more, a bit more paintwork on them. Maybe they could even highlighted these. But yeah, apart from that, looks good overall. March 2025. And it looks like you get a veil as well to cover her face if you don't want to look at her face. Artworks, monsters. So there's a Yu-Gi-Oh! Red Eyes Black Dragon. One of the OG Fate boss monsters that a lot of people will remember from watching Yu-Gi-Oh! If you didn't watch Yu-Gi-Oh! Then you missed out. Really good anime. Definitely go watching the original ones, I would say. The original lineup. This looks very well designed. Molding looks immaculate. It looks like they've actually added a lot of detail from the original artwork as well. So this looks really good, and I think a lot of people will be picking this up. 20,000 yen, good price, I think. Mega House, what's the height on this one? 32.5 centimeters, actually quite tall. Actually, that's pretty good. The wings obviously going to be the majority, a good chunk of that. But yeah, no, this is very good looking figure. I'm really glad they're doing the Dual Monsters lineup. I'm waiting for Cyber End Dragon. I don't know if it's been released yet or if it's been up for pre-order. I will have to check that. If it is been released, then I'll put a slide up here on the screen to see if it is or not. Now we've got some ones from Hot Venus. These ones are cast-off figures. So you've got Yuri and Stella. So this is Stella hospital version by one quarter scale, 36,000 yen. So these are cast-offable figures. So you can go full off with these, both top and bottom. So she looks really good though. I think overall very good design. So that's the illustration that is designed based off of. And these were I think released at one festival last month that we covered in an earlier video. Definitely, I think worth getting hold of. I think I do like but fully cast off if you want to have them cast off. Quarter scale overall base looks really well done. Wheelchair looks good. So if you like your quarter scales like I do, these might be ones to keep an eye on and potentially get December 2024. Might get delayed into next year, which would be helpful on my wallet. And then you got Yuri as well, who's the nurse that's obviously administrating to Stella. Yeah, you get some accessories, the bin and then the thing, so you can get them separately and again fully cast off as well. Or you can get them as a pair, but the price is identical. But I think the only difference would be the combined base or a larger base you can have of these, because it looks like I think Yuri's base is. Oh, it is 2x4, so it looks like they just slot together anyways. So you can get them separately or together. If you want to get them both as together, I probably would, because then I think these will come as one box most likely. Set contains main figure, base, pre-order bonus, and you get a pre-order bonus as well, illustration postcard. So you get a postcard at least with the illustration. I don't know if you get that with both of the other ones. Pre-order bonus, yes, you do. Base interchangeable body parts. So interchangeable body parts, they go full nude with these. I'm probably going to add a bookmark these. They're both quarter scales, so I really do like quarter scales, and I'm probably think these might actually go up in value once they are released. Just depends on how many they make. Pre-orders are still available. These were, I think, yes, on the 15th they were up for sale, so you want to keep an eye on these. Now we go on to another Hololive, Hoshimachi Suzu 1/7 by Design Coco for 27,500 yen. Very good design. I actually like this base. I don't know if it actually lights up. Doesn't mention it lighting up. If there is an LED light in there, then that'll be amazing. If not, then unfortunate. If that's just paintwork, that's really well done. But I think they've probably done something with Photoshop to have this sort of white hovering effect going on in the base. But the crystal shards behind her look really well done. Yeah, I do like this design overall from this Hololive character, and I've never even seen this Hololive character, but she looks very cute and adorable, and the attention to detail is really well done on this figure. So I think that does warrant the price. Design Coco pretty good as well. Manufacturer, they are newer on the block, so maybe again look at the MFC lineup, see what people have said about their past figures that people have got in hand. And finally, we have a limited version of Boken Shoujo, the autonomous doll we looked at earlier. So it comes with an illustration card, it looks like. It's an acrylic character plate A5 for 26,400 yen. So a bit more of an increase. But again, this design is I really like this design. I don't know why they listed this one several days after the other one we looked at. But yeah, no, it looks really well done. As you can see, it's a very attractive looking figure. I get very much like Atella Riser vibes from this character. Seems like just certain design cues and colouring are very much in line with that aesthetic. So yeah, October 2024. That does it for this video. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Links for all these figures will be in the description down below, and I shall catch you in another video. Thank you very much. Bye.